back to your ethnic country and all this crazy stuff. And you know what? I mean, here's the thing. The problem with conservatives is that they really don't understand the damage that colonialism has brought to these countries, and they still don't get it. And for some reason, they always say, well, oh, it's a shithole country because of the people. No, it's a shithole country because of corporatism and Western interference. I mean, and sometimes both. I mean, if it's both, then that country's really fucked. But a lot of Republicans low-key like to steer away from that. And I don't know why, but it's intellectually dishonest. Let's just keep it real. But all right, though. Let's get to our guy, Jimmy Dore. This should be a good one.
What Megyn intentionally leaves out. Truly breathtaking what Megyn intentionally leaves out of her rant. Kelly pretends the problem is some inherent flaw in Haitian culture or lack of work ethic. In reality, the conditions forcing people to flee extreme poverty, gang violence fueled by desperation, collapsed institutions are the direct legacy of U.S.-backed coups, economic warfare, and neocolonial policies designed to keep Haiti weak, dependent, and a source of exploitable labor. Nope. So now here's the bad Megyn. Now there's a good Megyn Kelly, and there's a bad Megyn Kelly. And it's just shocking to me how simple she can be sometimes. And this is such a simpleton. Not simple, simpleton. With a barely a brain cell working. So Megyn Kelly, this is from her own Twitter account. Megyn Kelly sends a message to Haitians who lost their TPS. So the Supreme Court ruled that the Haitians that they brought, that the Biden administration brought to Ohio to go work at their factories, they lost their TPS, which is temporary protected status, meaning they don't have asylum. They have asylum here. They can come here temporarily. And now the Supreme Court took it away, and now they have to leave.
Yeah, and I mean, look, people are kind of crashing out about it, but I always did say, I'm like, look, guys, I do understand the damage that this country's done to Haiti's and why it's such a mess is because of our constant interference and the abuse, of course. And I mean, well, the corporate abuse, and of course, what the Clintons did in Haiti's as well. And this isn't pretty much me saying that we have a responsibility to help them out and all that good stuff. But we do got to pretty much understand the situation. I mean, Haiti's is not the way because of Haitian people. Haiti's is that way because of us and the corporations that we low-key help like destroy that nation. I mean, real with you, and take advantage of the people. I mean, bro, people were running sweatshops in Haiti's. Americans were doing that shit. So let's not play stupid here. Let's not pretend like we don't got anything to do with it. But I still have the stance of that. Yeah, they need to go back and fix their country because them coming here is not doing anything for Haiti. But you're sending them back to gangland, Set. Well, I guess, man, let's send them back with some guns and hopefully they can fight for their country back. Because every time we try to do something for them, it ends up blowing up in our face and in their face as well. So let them go back and fix their country. But staying here in America under this flimsy-ass TPS program is not it. And it's not going to help Haitians. It's not going to help Haiti at all. They got to go back and fix their country. And here's the thing. We know it's not their fault why literally their country's like this completely. It really isn't. But sadly, y'all got to go back and fix that shit. I mean, and we can help, but we can't do too much. But all right, though.
So here's what she says. She says, go home, get out. Oh, well, I'll play it for you.
And look, this has been going on for over a dozen years. Go home, get out. We know.
She says that to homeless people, too, by the way, just in case you don't know. She says that to American Indians, and she says that to homeless people. Go home.
Why'd you go back where you came from?
Go back where you came from, you stupid Cherokee.
And look, this has been going on for over a dozen years. Go home. Get out. We know our country's better than yours. That's because we filled it with our work ethic and our culture and our values. You being here only dilutes it for us, those who built it and live it. And half of you people, more than half, you won't assimilate. We don't want you. We don't care if you're offended. Get out. Go home. Go back to fucking Haiti. Sorry. I'm thinking about our friends in Ohio who.
Yeah. So Kelly, she wants the Haitians to go back to effing Haiti. She's intuitively drawn to Haiti because it has the word hate in it.
I'm done.
She thinks it's this. Yeah. We know our country's better than yours because your country hasn't been economically strangling our country for years.
It's a little weird that you would be so up on how bad the Clintons are, Megyn Kelly, and not know that
And
they
not-
were trafficking children out of Haiti and what was done to it. I would think it'd be a good opportunity to trash
the Clintons.
side.
No, literally though, I ain't gonna lie. She could have took the perfect dime to slam on the Clintons and the Democrats because, bro, most of the bullshit that was happening in Haiti was under Democrats. So I ain't gonna lie, she took the wrong angle on that. That was the perfect time to sit there and bash the Dems. But also, I'm be real with you, I guess you can't do that without bashing, I guess, America's old ways. And like I said, this is one thing that the conservatives always leave out when they talk about these shithole countries. I mean, well, how did they become a shithole country? Like Somalia. Bro, Somalia, that's our fault, bro. We was funding warlords left and right. Then we betrayed one warlord in Somalia to help out another warlord in Ethiopia. I mean, bro, we were wild and reckless with this foreign policy, bro. I'm telling you. And we caused a lot of problems and we destabilized a lot of nations under that. So let's not play stupid here. Like I said, when we call these places shithole countries, I see why people get so offended because, I mean, you look at history and you look at our interference in their country, what we did, and we dare have the audacity to call it a shithole country is kind of like fucked up. Bro, it's like that, bro. It's like we just nuked the country, then we want to call it like a cesspool. It's like, well, we nuked it.
At least, right?
So this is the classic, I don't understand the problem, but I'm angry at the symptom. The problem is, well, I'm going to tell you what the problem is in a second. Let me finish her stupid rant. Let's let it.
Been dealing with these TPS Haitians for years now who are drunk driving all over their towns and killing people. This is the whole cats and dogs thing. Like they don't want to live like Americans live. And this was supposed to be a temporary, it was supposed to be temporary help. And it's turned into another backdoor way of allowing someone permanent residency here. Really. And they take advantage of all of our public services and our.
So I just want to play it one more time. And I'm going to there's so many things wrong with what she's saying. And this is not me being pro-Haitian immigrant. I think that what has happened is the establishment of WF globalist billionaires created a hell on earth in Haiti. Mm-hmm. And then wanted them to come here so they could undercut the working salary of people in America. So yeah, I'm not for that. That's not what this is. Fact. This is don't be angry at a person who's in a more desperate situation.
Guys, I was the first guy snapping about the Haitian migrants coming to Springfield, Ohio. And trust me, I'm 40 minutes away. I know the situation in Springfield. It is an economically starved city. So the fact that, you know, it's, bro, it's hit with fentanyl too. I mean, bro, it has a huge drug problem. And instead of helping out those American people and trying to find them the way to clean them up, you know, help our own people, clean them up, get them back in society, we just replace them with Haitians? Like, I don't know, guys, but that don't sit right with me. And look, I'm all about giving people opportunity and all that good stuff. But I mean, I'll be real with you, not over my own people. Like I always say, I put my own first, then we can help others. Honestly, we should help our own first so we can help others. But that's what honestly pissed me off about Springfield. Like all the problems there that you guys know is going on, and you're pushing a whole bunch of migrants in there instead of just helping out the people there so they can actually take advantage of the jobs that are trying to come there. But no, fuck the people that are pretty much laced out on fentanyl and all that good stuff. F the youth there that ain't even hit on fentanyl, but they're looking for a job and can't find one because of the Haitian immigrants. I know, F all them, just replace them with immigrants. Oh, when they complain about it, call them racist. It's like crazy.
And they're in that desperate situation because of what our country did to them. Don't be angry at that person. Be angry at the people creating this situation that you find unbearable. So don't be, if you're angry at someone lower on the economic ladder than you, you're being manipulated about someone higher on the economic ladder than you. The problem isn't that there's desperate people coming to America for jobs. The problem is how they got that way. And I'm going to tell you. So let me just play it real quick.
And look, this has been going on for over a dozen years. Go home. Get out. We know our country's better than yours. That's because we filled it with our work ethic and our culture.
With our work ethic. Well, I just want to play this for you real quick. This is from Ohio. And this is a guy who hires Haitians to work for him at a factory. And let's listen to what he says about it.
And the worst part about it is that, like, guys, this was a completely propagandized video. It's like they don't want to tell you that, yeah, these Haitians are working here, but we're paying them less than the American worker, so it's beneficial for us. Bro, and this is how duplicitous left-wing media could be. They'll literally go out there knowing damn well this guy is basically not paying these guys what he would pay an average American. And they're trying to frame it as, oh, what you mean? They're hard workers. They come in all the time and all that good stuff too. Yeah, so does Americans. But you're bringing in these guys because of what? Oh, yeah, they're cheap. But then PBS is going to come up here and be like, oh, yeah, aren't these the hardest working people ever? Yeah, they are. Yeah, I know they are. Haitians are hard workers, but they're also being exploited as well, especially if they're not actual citizens.
What started slowly, we had an application pool that was a little bit different.
People coming to work here.
People looking for jobs. What he's welding here again are welded axle components.
Jamie McGregor is the CEO of McGregor Metal, which makes welded parts for the auto and farm industries. Right now, about 10% of his workforce is Haitian, over 30 employees.
And here's the thing, though. He's a small company, too. He's not a big company. So, and that's going to be the wildest part. A lot of these smaller companies do hire undocumented or immigrants because they're cheaper to hire. They're way cheaper. Yeah, they're way cheaper to keep around, too. And they do have a pretty good work ethic. So it's like you're getting all the work ethic you would out of an American, except for cheaper. I mean, it's a deal for real if you're a business owner. And for these small businesses, that it really helps them out, sadly. I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. And I know a lot of small business owners, and they definitely do take advantage of the undocumented immigrants. Why? Because you can pay them less. And it saves you some money until you're able to actually force some American employees.
I wish I had 30 more. Our Haitian associates come to work every day. They don't have a drug problem. They'll stay at their machine. They'll achieve their numbers. They are here to work. And so in general, that's a stark difference from what we're used to in our community.
Because his community has been devastated by opioids and they're all drug addicts. True, and that's another thing that the WF globalists.
Springfield, too, has been a drug hub for like a minute now. Like, bro, ever since I was like, what was it, bro? It's been actually way before even when I went there and when I was in college. It's been a drug hub. It's been smacked by all types of, smacked. All right. I say it's been hit by heroin, fentanyl, meth. I mean, bro, the hardest of the hard of drugs run through Springfield. It has a crazy type of drug trade. If you want to get something crazy, like you want to get ecstasy, you want to get meth and all that wild stuff, you go to Springfield and you're going to get it at a decent price, sadly. So you see the problem with Springfield, guys? It's like, bro, like it should have been cleaned up. They should do more for the people instead of just trying to replace them with immigrants. But I mean, for some reason, that just seems to be the solution. No matter who's in office, Republican or Democrat. Look, man, just replace the Americans with immigrants. Like the corporate guys make money, these guys get undermined. And I mean, look, we'll just kick the can down the road when it comes to immigration. And that's what both parties do. And that's the side that they play on. I mean, look, the Republicans claim that they care about, immigration and all that. But I mean, what did they do about the immigrants in the construction sites, hotels? Like Trump is over here making deals with the corporations talking about, all right, fine, I won't take your undocumented workers out your hotels or off your farms or off construction sites. I'll leave them be. Did we vote for that? No, we voted for across the board mass immigration.
Has done to you.
So wait, they aren't living like Americans. Megyn was right.
They're right.
Going to work.
Yeah, they're going to work. They're staying at their station and finishing their job.
Because when she said drunk driving, I was like, well, that sounds like Americans.
Sounds like Americans to me. So I just want to. So if you want to know what really happened and why those Haitians are here, so this is what I said about J.D. Vance and Trump when they were talking about they're eating cats and they got to get out and you can't drop 50,000 Haitians into the middle of a Midwest community. Agreed.
Fact.
That's a bad idea. Agreed. But he would never tell you the cause of that problem. And the cause of the problem is the people he works for, the globalists, the billionaire class, the corporations who devastated Haiti, opened the border and flooded America with low-wage workers. That's the problem. You'll be angry at the person in the desperate situation put there by U.S. imperialism. You should be angry at the U.S. imperialism, but J.D. Vance will never tell you that. Neither will Megyn Kelly, but I'm going to tell you it right now. So, truly breathtaking what Megyn intentionally leaves out of her rant. Kelly pretends the problem is some inherent flaw in Haitian culture or lack of work ethic. Well, I just showed you that's not true.
Yep.
In reality, the conditions forcing people to flee extreme poverty, gang violence fueled by desperation, collapsed institutions are the direct legacy of U.S.-backed coups, economic warfare, and neocolonial policies designed to keep Haiti weak, dependent, and a source of exploitable labor. Direct U.S. interventions destroyed their ability to build a decent life at home in Haiti. Demanding that they go back to the ruins these policies helped engineer is pure hypocrisy and evil. The desperation isn't innate. It was manufactured by the very powerful economic forces.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it has nothing to do with Haitian leadership. It has everything to do with our intervention. Like, sadly, that's just the facts there. I mean, look, if we'd have left Haiti alone, it would not be like this today. If we did not put our hand on Haiti and we did like honest trade and all that good stuff with them, they would not be here. But sadly, because we wanted to extort Haiti so bad, we pretty much destroyed the country. Nah, not for life, but I mean, hey, it's pretty fucked up now.
And U.S. government coups that Kelly refuses to acknowledge. When Jean-Bertrand Aristide, Haiti's first democratically elected president, backed by the poor and working class masses, took office, his government immediately moved to double the minimum wage, mobilize the poor, better health care and education, foster neighborhood truces, and hold paramilitaries accountable. These pro-worker steps threatened the sweatshop owners, which is the United States.
Yep. These sweatshop in Hades. I mean, here's the thing, bro. I mean, bro, exactly what we did in Hades is basically the same thing we did in Iran. As soon as there was somebody in office that I was actually trying to work for the Iranian people, as soon as somebody in office that actually trying to work for the Haitian people, we pushed them out. We overthrow them and we pretty much decimate that country's future. Something that, like I said, the conservatives, I'm gonna be real with you, us on the right do not like to address. And we do need to address it more instead of just running away from it and being like, oh, it was like that before. No, it wasn't. Look at a history book, my friend. It was not like that. It was that, bro, they'd have been doing pretty well if we didn't do that Western intervention bullshit, if we didn't have sweatshops there, and if we weren't pretty much trying to like play them on the minimum wage.
Pro-worker steps threaten the sweatshop owners and foreign interests profiting from the starvation wages.
What was the raise? Like 30 cents or something?
Yeah, it was like 30 to 50 cents. So the U.S. responded with economic sabotage and a violent coup. So as soon as the workers rose up, elected someone, and started to fix up their country, the United States came in and did a coup and wiped it out and oppressed the workers.
That was the Clintons that did that.
And yes, it was. As a classified diplomatic cable obtained by the Gray Zone reveals, veteran CIA operative Janice Elmore, operating under State Department cover, meeting coup plotters and disloyal police in Haiti right before a strategic 2002 jailbreak that freed paramilitaries and set the 2004 overthrow in motion.
Yeah, that's right. Bush was president and Hillary was the what do you call it? What she did under Bush. She was the Secretary of State.
Secretary of State.
And here's the thing, bro. We did it again recently. I mean, that's why Hades is damn near ran by gangs and some guy named Barbecue who likes to cook guys underground. And I'm like, bro, there's mass hunger going on over there, so they're starting to resort to cannibalism in the streets. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But that's Hades right now. Why? Well, like I said, because of our intervention.
The Bush administration, through the U.S. government-funded International Republican Institute, trained and unified Aristide's opponents, encouraged them to reject power sharing, impose crippling sanctions that froze loans and aid, and ultimately backed the coup that ousted Aristide in February 29th of 2004. Post-coup, the price of rice, the staple food for Haiti's poor, more than doubled. Looting, chaos, starvation risks, mass layoffs, paramilitary violence followed. Regime change delivered exactly what the poor had feared: more misery. This fits a longer pattern. Under Bill Clinton, the U.S. slashed tariffs on subsidized American rice. flooding Haiti and wiping out local rice farmers in Haiti. Clinton himself later admitted, yeah, it may not have been good for some of my it may have been good for some of my farmers in Arkansas, but it has not worked. It was a mistake.
I'm shocked that he did something that helped local rice farmers in
America.
Arkansas.
Right. So let me finish. The result was the destruction of Haitian agriculture and forced dependence on low-wage factory jobs. WikiLeaks cables showed U.S. officials and contractors for major American brands actively pressured Haitian governments against even modest minimum wage increases, opposing a rise from 24 to 61 cents an hour.
That's right.
As supposedly not reflecting economic reality.
So it wasn't even 50 cents.
Aristide's earlier wage hikes were sabotaged for the same reasons, protecting cheap labor for U.S. corporate interests. That's what happened.
Where was all the liberal boycotts and stuff of this? Isn't that amazing?
But it's because the Clintons were doing it.
Yeah.
And because the media didn't tell them to.
That's what I think the main thing is. That's like we pick and choose which one we give a shit about.
And so this is the kind of mentality that she breeds on Twitter and on her show. Sure. And so I'm going to show you some of it that I was dealing with on Twitter just 2 days ago. So when I showed that video of the guy saying, yeah, they show up to work, they're reliable, they stay at their station till their work's done. I want to hire more Haitians. So this guy says, what's he paying them? I go, he's paying them less than he'd have to pay Americans, which is why I say we need to stop blaming the people being exploited and blame the powerful who destroyed Haiti on purpose so they could use their desperation to undermine U.S. workers. We need to unite against the powerful, not scapegoat the powerless.
You cooking.
Here it keeps getting worse. So having them in the United States is a punishment for past colonial.
The same argument isn't like hateful towards any group of immigrants. Like, trust me, I hate no group. The problem is, though, is that I'm always going to put my people like over immigrants. I'm sorry, but you would do the same. But here's the problem, though. It's like, yeah, letting these immigrants in is hurting us. And it can't keep going on like this. We're not helping them. They're not helping us. We're only making sure their country stays deteriorated or stays destabilized. And if we keep on bringing all these immigrants in, our country is going to be destabilized. So this cannot keep going. Like I said, we can help these guys in their own country, and that'll work out better than bringing them here. I don't know why we don't do that, but hey, I mean, I guess people are just willing to just destabilize their countries over suicidal, I guess, empathy. I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but apparently some people in our administration are on both. People in our government are on both sides. They're saying you can't really say it's Dems. You can't say Republicans. I mean, it's just Republicans. You can't say just Dems. I mean, both of them kind of benefit off undocumented immigrants. I mean, they either do it for, the moral, emotional reason, or they support it because, you can underpay these guys in construction, lawn care, etc. It's kind of fucked up that I said lawn care.
Sins? No. It's the same people who destroyed Haiti using their desperation to undermine U.S. workers for profit. The mistake is blaming the powerless and the exploited for the sins of the oligarchs. That keeps us divided and conquered. The solution is to unite to oppose the oligarchs oppressing Americans and Haitians alike.
Yup.
And
here's the thing, though. It's so funny, though? Like, when them sit there and be like, oh, no, give them all mass amnesty. It's kind of funny because I somewhat agree with them. I literally, like, when they talk about giving these undocumented mass amnesty, I'm just like, so you want to make them all citizens? I'm like, you know what? I don't agree with it, but guess what? That's going to be a kick in the balls to the corporation that I agree with. I'm all for that if that's the case. Because they're going to have to start paying all of these guys like they're Americans. Why? Because Dems gave them citizenship. So guess what, corporations? Guess what, farmers? Guess what, construction site owners and all that good stuff? Guess what? You guys got to pay them a fair wage. Like, you won't be able to sit there and profit because you're able to underpay these guys and undermine American citizens. So I'm going to be real with you. That's where that whole mass amnesty plan for Dems kind of do hurt the corporate elites. Like, at the end of the day, it's a terrible plan. To be honest with you, when it comes down to, having a stabilized country and all that good stuff. But as far as kicking the corporate elites in the balls, I mean, it is a good plan. Personally, I wouldn't invoke it, but I see it. I see what y'all doing there.
Guess what?
But cut it out.
And this person says, and guess what the oligarchs want? Free migration, open borders, excess of low-skilled workers imported from third world countries. And I go, you're agreeing with me just in case you didn't know. It gets worse.
Yeah, but you know what? People got a lot to say about Haitians. Your leaders eat kids and grape them, and you don't got nothing to say, most of you punks? Shut up.
So this person makes a great point. These people are so brain broken by propaganda, they can't differentiate between defending immigrants as people and explaining why they're immigrants in the first place from defending mass immigration as policy.
Yeah.
This guy says brain broken. Joe Biden let them in illegally. That's why they're illegal aliens.
Bro,
that's some Israeli dude.
No one argued otherwise. You sound like a Zionist ranting about
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. Zionist, that is Zionist arguments. Like, that is how they argue. It's like, you ever like talk to a Zionist and then you sit there and you talk about the IDF's atrocities, and instead of engaging with you on it, they just switch it to, well, what about Hamas? Well, what about Hezbollah? And I'm like, whoa, no. Look, I get it. Like, yes, they do atrocities too. But let's talk about the guys, but they're not calling themselves the most moral army in the world, are they? No, they're not. They're not calling them the most moral terrorist group in the world. They're not. Israel is, but they're doing more atrocities than Hamas and Hezbollah combined. They've killed more citizens this year than Hamas and Hezbollah combined. But they're the big threat. They're the threat that you're protecting us from. Like, do y'all hear yourselves? But every time you address that with a pro-Israel guy, what about Hamas? What about Hezbollah? What about the IRGC? It's like, dog, stop moving the goalposts. Let's address the atrocities that the IDF are doing. And then if you want to talk about, oh, but Hamas use human shields and Hezbollah's this, that, and the third, sure, I'll agree with you. Like, trust me, there's no argument there. It's just that the goalpost move when we try to talk about Israel is insane. When we try to bring up the IDF's atrocities, like, you guys want to move the goalpost and sit there and call people Jew haters. That makes you look crazy.
October 7th, you point out the beginning of the problem as if nothing had preceded it that led up to the problem. Why do you think the immigrants are coming here? 99.9% of the people want to remain in their own country.
That's I'm telling you, some IDF bot. Their job is to say this dumb shit and keep people stirred up online. I mean, it's dog crap is their name. Reminds you of cat turd?
Right? Yes.
Come on now.
If your answer is they can stay, you are with the moneyed class. Don't be a lackey for the rich. That's what this person says. Brown pill 8.
Brown pill.
He said he never said one way. I didn't say let them stay. I said, he says, if your focus is the immigrant rather than the people that brought them in the first place, you are a useful idiot for the moneyed class. Don't be a lackey for the rich.
Dubai poop trucks is a good name. You know, they have no sewage, so they have to truck the poo out every day.
So people are saying, no, they're illegal, Jimmy. They're illegal. First of all, they're not, and I'll tell you why. I'll prove it to you. So even with recent border encounters and parole asylum growth, the vast majority of the established Haitian-born population holds citizenship, green cards, TPS, parole, or other legal statuses. Newer arrivals often enter via legal parole or claim asylum. Pending cases count as authorized presence in many contexts. The Haitian immigrant community is predominantly legal, with high naturalization rates compared to many other groups. Recent policy changes, for example, TPS reviews, which is temporary protected status reviews, affect subsets but do not change the majority status. And, so after I say that, Kurt, this is what I get. I mean, Jimmy, I love you, buddy.
Out of all the black people in the world, the ones in the Caribbeans are the most easy to assimilate. Why? Because I mean, Caribbean blacks. I mean, most of them are Christian. Most of these guys are Christians, so it's really easy to come into a predominantly, population-wise, predominantly Christian nation and just assimilate. I mean, it's not too far from what you were doing back at your old country, especially if you were in the Caribbean. Except, of course, America's more advanced in every way, shape, and form. But, social life-wise, not too different.
Everything you said about Haitian history applies to the history of the Dominican Republic, which they share that same island. So half of it's Haiti, half of it's Dominican Republic. And they're trying to say that, oh, no, it's the same. The parallels are eerie. And yet today, the Dominican Republic is a stable democracy with functioning institutions, rule of law, and millions of tourists visiting annually. Haiti is a shithole, and it is a shithole because of the Haitians. That's a fact that needs to be confronted. First of all, I appreciate you ignoring everything I just said. But
I don't think that's a real guy.
But let me compare. I don't think it is either. But let me compare Dominican.
Bro, the funny part was he said, and that's the facts that need to be confronted. It's like, no, bro, it's the propaganda that you just spewed that needs to be confronted. Let's just keep it real.
Republic with Haiti.
Honest.
And the differences in their history. Haiti and the Dominican Republic share the island of Hispaniola. But Haiti has endured far more intense and repeated U.S. destabilizations, leading to deeper poverty, instability, and crushed popular movements, while the Dominican Republic has served as a base for anti-Haiti operations and mainland greater relative stability and resources, and have maintained.
So Dominican Republic sold out to America so they could destroy Haiti. And I mean, come on now, they don't give a damn. But no, that's pretty much the savage reality of it. If you're wondering, so wait, hold on, why is the Dominican Republic so nice? Well, why aren't they completely falling apart? Well, because, I mean, we didn't interfere there. And actually, we used them as a base of operations to interfere in Haiti. So that kind of makes it even crazier. It's kind of like what we did with the Middle Eastern countries, with the Gulf countries. It's like, so, I mean, while we're over here, like pretty much destroying Iraq, destroying Afghanistan, Libya, Somalia, our home plate was Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, like, same thing. Like, bro, it's like copy and paste.
Greater relative stability and resources.
Copy and paste strategy, guys.
So they use Dominican Republic as a staging ground to go in and overthrow.
If the Dominican Republic didn't let them do that, then the Dominican Republic would look just like Haiti.
Exactly right. So Haiti's elected left-wing president, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, faced a U.S. orchestrated coup in 2004. The Bush administration, through the International Republican Institute and other channels, funded opposition groups, trained figures in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, guys, make sure to double tap that screen and like the video, guys. If you have any questions, comments, jokes, or disagreements, feel free to super chat it in. I'll be happy to engage with it. And like I said, double tap that screen and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, let's get back to it. Again,
President Jean-Bertrand Aristide faced a U.S. orchestrated coup in 2004. The Bush administration, through the International Republican Institute and other channels, funded opposition groups, trained figures in the Dominican Republic, imposed aid sanctions, and facilitated paramilitary rebels who rearmed and launched attacks from the Dominican Republic territory. U.S. officials gave signals to insurgents, withdrew security support for Aristide, and ultimately forced him onto a U.S. plane into exile as rebels advanced on the capital.
We also overthrew their leader very recently.
We just did it again. This reversal gains from Labala's popular policies, including higher wages and demands for reparations over historical French debt. Paramilitaries operated from the Dominican Republic border areas with U.S. awareness, building on earlier patterns of intervention. Post-coup, U.S.-backed regimes followed, ushering in neoliberal pressures, weakened institutions, and aid dependence that exacerbated crisis like healthcare spending at just $13 per capita. Haiti became heavily reliant on Dominican Republic exports for basics like rice, while facing man-made instability from coups in 1991, 2004, plus electoral manipulations. The Dominican Republic, by contrast, attracted more foreign direct investment, tourism, and resources, enabling better responses to crises such as solidarity aid and during coronavirus. It positions as Haiti's neighbor with stronger infrastructure and exports without equivalent recent U.S.
And shout out AJ for sending a football for 150 joules. Appreciate the support, and sending a press F. shout out. Oh, guys, like I said, any question, comment, jokes, or disagreements, you can feel free to super chat it in. Or if you just want to support the show, you can send a gift as well, guys. I appreciate it, and also appreciate you watching as well. And make sure to double tap that screen and watch the video. Go. All right, let's get right back to it.
Overthrows of its government or direct crushing of progressive leadership. No comparable recent U.S. military overthrow of worker crushing intervention hit the Dominican Republic in the same way as Haiti's 2004 events. Haiti's trajectory reflects heavier external interference, preventing recovery from popular policies, alongside historical burdens, resulting in
AKA, we got to keep these Haitian people pretty much like broke. Got to keep them broke so they can be easily controlled. And I mean, every time they get a leader that want to go in their direction, we just get that guy up out of here, put in a puppet, and everything's all good. Until the Haitian people, uprise and overthrow that guy. And then we got to, do some bullshit again.
Economic gaps. The Dominican Republic handles crisis with more capacity, while Haiti suffers compounded underdevelopment from repeated U.S.-backed destabilization. So you think I explained it well? You think that anybody with a functioning brain would understand? Oh, I didn't know any of that. That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's really a big difference between Dominican Republic and Haiti. Well, this is the response. Ideology prevents the fundamental.
Hey, shout out Queen Session for setting a flow state. Appreciate the support, sis. And of course, you also get a celebration as well. Appreciate that. Staying down with your dog today. Let your dog. Okay, I'm done. All right, let's get back to it.
Truth from being acknowledged. The Dominican Republic is a success because of the Dominicans, while Haiti is a failed state because of the Haitians. There is a law in the Dominican Republic saying you cannot cut down trees, and that law is obeyed. In Haiti, the trees are cut down. Culture matters. And
wait, what? Nigga. What?
So Riggs says, if it's so good there, go live there. But you won't. Better yet, how about you house some in your home or shut the F up?
And I swear, though, they never really have a good argument. And that's what